Well, howdy there, folks. How's it going today? I hope you're all doing really good. Hope you guys didn't miss me too bad. I've been really busy for the past few weeks just trying to get ready for winter time here in Maine. It's just something you got to do. Anyway, I'm just out in the shop here and I was lengthening some wires out on some pickups that were removed from a guitar. And, they're just a little too short for what I need to do, so we got to lengthen them out. I've already done that on this pickup, but I figured this would be a good time to explain this. What are these wires? Where do they go? How do I know which ones are paired together? That kind of thing. So we're going to go through it real quick, and I'll try to make this as simple as I can. I don't want to confuse anybody, and it's really simple once you learn. Now, we have a yellow wire, a red wire, a black, and a white wire. And this green wire, I've already connected to the bare wire on the pickup. Now, these are 4-wire pickups. That's what most people call them. But there's actually 5 wires because you have red, yellow, black, white, and you have a bare wire, which is ground. So I've already soldered this green one to that. So what we got left is a red and yellow and a black and white. So what we're going to do here, I've got an alligator clip hooked to the positive probe on the multimeter. Let me find the end of that one. And that is right here. Okay. Well, let's just start. We'll go right to the red wire with that one first. And what we're going to do is take this one here. Now, I didn't have a black jumper, so I used a yellow one. That's going to the negative, and I put a piece of black tape there. Okay, so we've got the red one hooked to the red. Let's start touching this negative one to some of these other wires and see if we have a connection. So there's the black wire. I don't see anything. Let me check the white one here. Nope. So it's got to be the yellow. Okay. Let me make sure we got that on right. Okay, so reading about 6K. It's kind of fluctuating a little bit. Okay, so I know that yellow and red wires go together. So that tells me immediately that these black and white ones are going to go together too. But what we got to find out is which coil are these going to. So I'm just going to take a piece of metal here. This is just a little wrench. And I'm going to touch it on this coil here. Now you have a screw coil, adjustable poles, and a slug coil. You can see the screw coil because the screws come through the back. So I'm going to try it on the slug coil. You can see it move a little bit. It's jumping up a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see that meter. But that tells me that's not the coil that the red and yellow wires go to. So it's got to be the slug coil, okay? I mean the screw coil. Okay, now that jumps a lot. And if you notice, when I touch the wrench on there, it goes down, okay? Now what that tells me is this. I need to swap the polarity around on these wires. So I'm going to go red coming off the meter. Red coming off the meter to the yellow wire on the pickup. And then the negative coming off the meter to the red on the pickup. So we've basically just swapped them around. Now when I touch the screw coil, that should jump up, okay? And it does. So that tells me this. That tells me that the yellow wire is positive and the red wire is negative. So you want to write these down. Yellow, positive, red, negative, and those go to the screw coil. I'm just writing this on my board, and we're going to have black and white, of course. And that's the slug. All right, so let's see which one's positive and negative on the slug coil here. So I'm going to hook the red or positive coming off the meter to the black wire, And then I'm going to hook the negative coming off the meter to the white wire. Okay, now we know that it's the slug coil. Okay, now when I touched it, it went down in value. It went from like 6 to 2 or 4. It depends how long you hold it on there. So again, what that's telling me, if I switch these two wires around, the value will go up, and I will know that the white wire will be positive and the black wire should be negative. Let's see what happens. Okay, it went right up. So that's pretty simple. And so I'm going to write those down. White is plus and black is negative, and those go to the slug. Okay, so pretty simple. Now, what we're reading is 1/2 of this pickup because there's two single coils, kind of, if you will, in there. And so, there's no rules here. From here, you can try all sorts of things. You could tie 2 wires together, and let's just try it. I'm going to put the red and black together, and we'll try it off the white. Nope, still getting half. Okay, now I've got the red and black tied together. I have the yellow hooked to the ground on the meter, and the red is hooked to the white on the pickup. So now we're running both coils, which is basically double the value. Now what you can do is put a switch in between these wires too, a toggle switch, a push-pull, so that way you could change, from both coils going at the same time to just one or the other, and you can figure out which ones you want to do. You can also flip the polarity on it, so there's a ton of options here, and really it's a lot of trial and error. And once guys figure out what really works, a lot of them won't tell you. So, there's that. I will, if I can figure out something unique, which I've stumbled onto some really cool sounds by just messing around with wiring. I usually have one guitar that's just an ongoing project, and I try everything I can think of with it. So, again, I just wanted to share that with you guys. And you can also figure out the polarity of the pickup, which is the north and the south. You can do it with just a regular magnet. A compass, excuse me. I've seen it done. There's videos on YouTube about that as well. But that should at least get you in the right direction, and you know what the wires are at the end of the day. And, you can do whatever you want from there, but you got to know which is which and which coils are tied to which wires. So there's always going to be 2 tied to each coil, one way or the other. And again, sky's the limit. You can do all kinds of stuff. Toggles, push-pulls. You can use, you could even do it with a split pot and go between pickups. I've seen all kinds of funky wiring diagrams, and it's really a lot of fun. It's very interesting too. Well, hopefully that helps you guys out. I really do appreciate all the views and nice comments. I've had a little bit of time to at least think about some content that I'm going to post here shortly. I'll get back in the swing of things here soon enough, and we'll be going on pretty much daily, hopefully. All right, we'll see you guys real soon. Be good. Okey doke.